Hello, Knights baseball fans. You are watching the 5th edition of the Knights Baseball Roundup. I'm with the head of the FDU baseball program, Gary Puccio. We are at the Naimoli Family Baseball Complex. It feels like for the first time in a while. As you can see behind us, it's beautiful. Playing conditions are good. We are going to be playing baseball this weekend here in Teaneck. Gary, how you doing today?
All right, there might be snow all around us, but the field is clear. That's what counts.
I know, of course, it can't be a perfect forecast. There's some rain in the forecast this weekend, but we will play through it. We do invite everyone to come out to Naimoli Family Baseball Complex here. Very exciting weekend. We'll get to those previews, though. We want to get to the reviewing of last weekend first. You traveled down to Greensboro. It's a long bus ride, Gary, first of all. I sympathize with you and everybody else. I took a bus ride this past weekend to Robert Morris. That's 7 hours. You overnighted.
We did 12, right. We did 12, and coming home is always longer. It's amazing how it never fails, but it's always, I think we left there at 6 o'clock and got back here about 7 a.m., So that was, you talk about definitely an all-nighter. So
I feel bad for anyone that doesn't like the buses. I actually don't mind buses. I can fall asleep rather easily. I just feel for anyone that can't handle it. That's a long time to go on a bus.
Try being a 60-year-old man with all 25-year-olds, including my assistant coaches and my trainer and everybody else.
Well, you were in Greensboro. You were facing the Aggies of North Carolina A&T. You took 2 or 3 from them, and the third one was also very close. You were leading as late as the 8th inning. Let's start with the doubleheader first. This was a sweep on Saturday. It was a tale of 2 different games, both impressive in their own right. The first one, the offense came alive. 2 or 3 home runs, I believe. 2, I think. And number of doubles. The offense really came alive and took game 1 in big fashion. And then the second one was, you were quoted after the game saying that was more FDU style, playing small ball, getting it done. And give me some thoughts. 2 different games, but 2 wins, nonetheless.
Well, like you said about hitting the home runs, we hit 5 home runs this weekend. Last year we hit 6 home runs for the season. Part of that's what the new ball's doing. That's why the NCAA changed the ball, because they wanted more offense, and they're sure getting it, because 13-12 was one game, 11-8 was another game. So obviously the offense seems to be dominating a lot more with this new baseball. And I saw a stat the other day saying that home runs were already up 60% compared to a year ago for the colleges. So it's attaining what they want. I mean, that's not really the kind of game we like to play, but obviously if we're going to hit home runs, I'm more than happy to take them. And the nice part was, not only did we hit 5 home runs, it was 5 different guys.
Yeah.
Guys showing power that's never shown power before. So it's a nice feeling.
All right, so nonetheless, the offense alive. You had the small ball. It's funny, this new ball, I just found out about it actually the other day. They lowered the seams.
Right.
So now they're projecting 10% more carrying or something. So I don't know how you do the math for that.
Well, the ball's going to carry further, so there'll be more. Like even doubles, we had 7 doubles. Right. Like it just, the ball's going to carry better, because, and part of it is that the pitchers can't throw their off-speed pitches as well, because they can't get that raised seam to throw their curve and get good feel for the ball. They're kind of counting on that too. That there's going to be a few more hanging curvers and hanging sliders and things like that. So to
make it more exciting, but at the disadvantage to pitchers and their development with some of their off-speed pitches, like you said.
Yeah, and our park is not obviously a big park, so at least in right center. So that kind of, I'm sure a lot of hitters will have their tongue out when they come here to hit.
Yeah, but you do have 3 of the better outfielders in the NEC. We've talked about that before, so that's got to be feeling some confidence there.
Yeah, and like you said, the first game, 13-12, I mean, we had no right win in that game. We really didn't. It was incredible how we managed to keep coming back and take we were down, I think, 4-0, and then I think we were down 8-4 or 8-5 at one time. And, they just battled back and kept scoring runs. And then, what you and I had talked about with the Goose Gossage save last week is I brought him in the 7th inning at 12-10, second and third, 1 out, and he should have got out of the inning without, the game being tied, but we made an error on the last play that should have been the end of the inning. So instead of getting a save, he ended up getting the win because he stayed on the mound, and we scored again, and Eric made it stand up as usual. So
I was just about to get to Eric after the doubleheader, once we got talking about the games as a whole. Just impressive in general, coming in and doing the multiple inning saves thing, and then coming in with a 1-2-3 ninth in the second game. Just closing the door, getting a win and a save within a few hours.
Yeah, Ryan McGrath pitched a phenomenal game 2. I mean, it was 4-1. He got a little tired at the end. He gave up a run in the 6th. 7th inning, he walked the first guy. I tried to let him complete the game. He walked the first guy to start the bottom of the 7th. And, when you got the best closer in the history of the school sitting down in the bullpen, you're not going to hesitate. So I went right to him, and he 1, 2, 3, 7th, and so he picks up a win and a save, which I think that's Snyder's 7th career win and 23rd career save. So he's now won 30 games since he's been here, or been a part of 30 wins since he's been here, which is incredible. And one of the reasons we lost on Sunday was because I had talked to Eric about, he pitched 4 innings basically on Saturday, and I talked to him about, I'll throw you an inning if I have to in the 9th, and we had an 8-7 lead in the 8th, and I tried to stretch Iona because I told Snyder there's no way I'm pitching you 2 more innings. I mean, he would have pitched more innings than the starters, So this time of year, I cost us that game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because you give Snyder the ball, the odds percentages have said that he's going to carry you through with that 8-7 lead. But my feeling is when it's early in the year, you're not going to push him. I pitched him twice on Saturday. I wasn't going to risk hurting him this early in the season. I told the kids, had that been a conference game, obviously, I would have brought him in. But because it's a non-conference game, it's only the second week of the season, that's one loss on me, not on anybody else.
I don't think anyone can blame you for making that decision, going with the rest of the bullpen in that game. You did have a lead, and let's talk about that. Again, showing that fight in your team late in the game. Dylan Sprague hit a bomb to tie the game up. Pat McClure came up, and he's been on a tear this season thus far. He doubled home Jackus, and you took the lead temporarily. But you got to love the competitive spirit and the fight these guys have, at least at the plate so far.
I give the captains the credit for that because, Shane Siebler homered on Saturday. We were down 4-0. Bobby Romano got a big hit to make it 4-3. And then Siebler with 2 out hits a 2-run homer to give us the lead. And that kind of set the tone. And obviously Pat homered this weekend, and Snyder got the win and a save. And, they're the leaders of the team. And that's one of the things I told the team. I said, look what these guys are doing. I said, that's, those are the guys to follow, and those are the guys to step up and perform at the level that those guys keep performing at, because they were big over the weekend. And we were behind most of the games, other than Ryan's game that he pitched a 4-1 game. The other 2 high-scoring games, we were behind in both games by at least 4 runs at some point or another. So just to come back and take the lead late says a lot. And as I said, I honestly, I told the kids we had to lead 5 times the game on Sunday. 5 times we took the lead. 5 times we gave the lead back. But, in the 8th inning, they had the lead, and I had already pitched Iona since the 6th, which is, I never do that. Iona usually only pitches the 8th, but we got a little bit of a pitching shortage right now, so I had to stretch somebody, and Iona looked great, so I tried to get an extra inning out of him, and it was putting him into a territory that he's never done in the 3 years he's been here. He had gone 1.2 innings. I tried to get 2.2. So, I was stuck a little bit, and the fact that I was locked in my head that I wasn't going to bring in Eric kind of helped create that situation. But I give the kids a lot of credit for coming back. These kids do not roll over and die. They were behind, and there's no quitting in them.
There's no way to hang your head after that Sunday loss. It's a tough one to swallow, but, you move on. They played really well this entire weekend, 2 out of 3 at North Carolina A&T. That's also a team that had already played 6 games this season as well. They were already in the swing of things. And we already talked.
That's always been a problem, is when you go south, you're always playing teams that are, their starting pitcher goes deeper in the game. All those things are factors, because, if their starter can go 7 innings and my starter's only going 5, and I'm hoping for 5 right now at this stage of the game, that's a major difference. Those extra 2 innings gets you into the main part of your bullpen. So.
We already talked about Snyder and the things he did this season, the accomplishments he keeps on racking up. He won, as well as Bobby Romano. The 2 of them won pitcher and rookie of the week, respectively, for the NEC and the ECAC. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. The entire East Coast, Atlantic Coast. Yeah, that was just updated on the press release today. Well, congratulations to the 2 of you. Now you know it. They announced it, I believe, late last night. That's probably why.
Okay.
That is Tuesday night. And we know about Snyder, what he did. He obviously came in, got the win, nailed it down, got the save. Impressive. Bobby Romano, big hit. Impressive throughout the first weekend. His second weekend in his collegiate career. Give me some thoughts on these 2 guys.
Well, Bobby Romano is going to be one heck of a ball player. He's got some of the best hands I've ever seen. He's got a gun as an arm. Every throw he makes to first is like right in their chest and knocks them down almost. I love the kid. I think the kid's got a great future ahead of him. Swinging the bat a lot. One of the things they told me I'd be more aggressive in college, swinging the bat, and he's done that 100%. I think he had 3 hits over the weekend, And the big hit was, when you got a freshman and you're down 4-1, and it's 2 out, second and third, and he comes through and knocks in those 2 runs to make it a 4-3 game, puts you right back in the game. That says a lot about this kid's resiliency and what kind of ball player he's going to be under pressure. And he made a couple plays at third base that, one was Brooks Robinson. It was incredible. A man on third, ball to rip down the line, dove, backhanded it up, fires it chest high to the first baseman. The kid's going to be good. There's no two ways about that. He's going to be good.
All right. Impressive second weekend of his collegiate career, and already a Rookie of the Week for both the NEC and the ECAC. Already to his name. Let's preview the games coming up. Lafayette was yesterday supposed to be. Didn't happen, obviously. The field wasn't exactly in perfect condition. It is now behind us.
It is now?
It is, well, yes.
Okay, all right, I didn't realize it was perfect.
I think it's perfect. It looks beautiful out here, personally. The sun's out. You can see we're kind of squinting a little bit.
Right. Turn the camera.
It's a heat wave here.
Turn the camera and show them the stands. Okay,
it's a heat wave in Teaneck. It feels wonderful. I'm not wearing a jacket out here. It's great.
There you go.
St. John's, I know, but St. John's was supposed to come here today. That's a big deal here for FDU. It got postponed. Obviously, you're not going to let that one get away due to the field conditions today, but they will be playing a standalone game on Friday, correct?
That's correct.
First, give me a little preview about the Red Storm, what that kind of means to take on a team like that.
Yeah, well, I think they're ranked 53rd in the country right now. They're St. John's. Eddie Blankmeyer is a phenomenal coach, best coach I know. Has always been an outstanding human being and just an outstanding baseball person. And I'm sure his team's ready to roll. They just came back from 4 games at Oregon, number 7 Oregon that they lost to. So I'm sure they're hungry and looking to bite someone's head off. And we're kind of
you're gonna give your head for them
right there. So, but listen, to get St. John's to come to FDU and play here, they basically, like I said, they go to Oregon, number 7 in the country. Most of the local schools go play them at their place, and for Eddie to come out to us is just a big plus for us and a big opportunity to get him to play in our home park. And I'm looking forward to it Friday. And it's going to be an uphill battle, but we're going to give it a shot.
Absolutely. Come out and support your Knights as they give it a shot against the Red Storm. Should be a really good game. That's Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday. We don't know currently, as it's currently established, you'll have 3 games, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Might change around a little bit. Keep up with the website just in case. But you got UMass Lowell. That's a matchup that many wouldn't have expected maybe a year ago. It's a bit random, but you're both in the Northeast. Give me some thoughts on UMass Lowell.
You blame Greg Horrenda. That's the first thing.
I wanted to let you say it.
Obviously, Greg Horenda's former school, UMass Lowell. He knows the coach there. Coach called me, and we set up this 3-game series. The weather's not looking good, so Saturday might end up a problem. We'll have to wait and see. But if Saturday, we have a doubleheader Saturday and a single game Sunday, I think you're down to pitch Sunday's game. That's kind of where we're at. You're gonna be throwing.
You bring in the righty.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that we have a uniform to fit you. We're working on it.
No, keep going. You're doing great. I'll be there. I'm ready. Look at me.
Yeah, this one of the advantages that a UMass Lowell has, and it's just they're in the process of becoming a Division I school, and when you're in the process, you still have kids playing for you that would not have been Division I eligible for anyone else, and I've always felt that's an advantage for a team during the transition period. It's why they're not eligible yet for playoffs and things like that. But at the same time, they're a good program, and they're part of they're in the America East, so it gives us a good chance to play solid competition in our park and see what we can do. Right now our issue obviously is figuring out who's pitching, but with a couple of setbacks we had this week, hopefully we'll figure out somebody. And like I said, you're definitely a candidate.
I'll be ready. I'll be in the bullpen, just sitting around in my suit and tie. Yeah. And it'll be one of those pullaways, and I'll have a jersey underneath. All right.
We'll call you Ryan McDonald instead of Ryan Uhlich. How's that?
I don't think I'm going to pass off for Ryan McDonald. He paints the corners. He was looking good. He's also a lefty. I'm not a lefty. Anyway, I could be Ryan McDonald with an MC Donald. There we go. We'll let that slide. Okay. Good segue to the end of our show this week, our 5th edition. Knights fans, if you've been following along, took 2 out of 3 against North Carolina A&T this past weekend in impressive fashion. The ball, whether it be the ball, the more experience for these young hitters, the influx of the freshman NC Rookie of the Week and ECAC Rookie of the Week, Bobby Romano as well. It's offense looking pretty solid in the early going.
Yeah, let me say that too, because I don't want to make it that just the ball helped us hit. The guys.
No, of course not.
Right, the guys are doing a great job. Coach Kresge and Coach Skoll work with the hitters all the time, and get them a lot of swings and a lot of instruction about what they should be doing. And I definitely felt our pitch selection and our aggressiveness at the plate was definitely much better this weekend. So hopefully we'll just continue that. And again, St. John's, UMass, they're going to have good pitching, so it's a good opportunity to see if we can continue to hit at a higher level.
All right, absolutely. I didn't mean to take away from any of the hitters, obviously, with the ball. This was news to me, the ball changing. But watching these guys at the plate last season as well, they're aggressive. They have that mentality. They're really smart at the plate. And you can tell they're making strides as well, doing it on the road. Now they're returning back to Teaneck, where you can come out and support your Knights this weekend. They'll be taking on St. John's, a big-time program coming after you. You're going to see that. It should be a good matchup on Friday. And then UMass Lowell Saturday and Sunday. FDUKnights.com is where you'll get up-to-date information about that schedule, if it changes due to the rain or not. But otherwise, you come out to Naimoli Complex, Family Baseball Complex, and come out and support your Knights. Gary, final thoughts?
And we're supposed to, obviously, like you said, with the weather, we already lost one run. But right now we're about to start what was supposed to be an 8-game homestand. So we're home basically from now till I think the 23rd of March or so. So there's definitely an opportunity to come out and support the guys. I'm sure they'd love to see alumni and parents and friends and also other students of the school out here supporting them.
All right, obviously the snow still around us before, but the more the sun's out, the more the snow will melt away. Alumni that have adopted your players, come out and support your adopted players, and all those who have not or just fans of the program, come out and support them. They're home, like you said, they're on a big homestand right now. They need this support to come out and get things going on their season, starting to get off into high gear now with the weather finally turning.
Yeah, we also want alumni to start sending in there. We're going to try to start the alumni question of the week again next week. So hopefully some alumni will start sending in some questions for us, not asking me why I didn't bring in Snyder in the ninth inning.
That's probably why you got like 5 different emails saying that exact same thing. That's why we're not doing this week.
I'm sure.
Well, you already answered that question, guys. And again, alumni question week coming next week. You know Gary's number. You know his email address. Reach out to him. Give us a question. We'll get to you through the next few weeks. And episode 6 coming next Wednesday. Thanks for watching again, Gary. Thanks for the time. And come out and support your Knights this weekend. As you can see behind us, it's looking good.
Or support them, whatever works.
Thanks for watching this week. Nice Baseball Roundup. See you next week.